Etymology of the expression out on a limb. Sorry, it's with a B here. By the way, guys, limp is, when you have a problem in your leg and you can't walk properly, so you are like, yeah, I know, I'm a terrible actor. Okay, so we use the expression out on a limb when you are in a difficult, dangerous position. You can also use the expression out on a limb when you don't have a lot of basis to affirm something and you kind of have a deduction, Example with the first meaning of this expression. John went out on a limb, quitting his job and opening his own company. Okay? He's in a dangerous position, maybe something wrong or bad may happen to him. Second example with the second meaning. You may look at somebody. The person has been sending you signals that she likes you. Like those little things that you cannot quite describe, and if you tell your friends, it will seem as if it's nothing, but the person has been sending you signals that she likes you. So you go up to her and say, I may be out on a limb here, but do you think there is something between us? I don't know if that's the best approach. I haven't been dating for 130 years, but the vocabulary is okay, right? So meaning that maybe I don't have a lot of basis to tell you that, but do you think there is something between us? So this is out on a limb, right? Okay, so let's go to the literal meaning of out on a limb and then go back to our examples. Okay, first I have to tell you guys that limb. By the way, guys, huge parenthesis here to talk about pronunciation. We don't say limb, okay? As in English, we don't say, like the young sheep, sheep, the bad animal, we don't say lamb, we say lamb. We don't say climb a mountain, we say climb a mountain. If your hair is all messy, you shouldn't comb your hair. You should comb your hair. And if a person is very stupid, you can call that person not dumb, because you'll be dumb if you say dumb, but you can call that person dumb. Alright? So actually there is a kind of phonetical rule in English that is the sequence of MB, in English is pronounced just as M, okay? I think there's like one example that one exception that just one person used in the 13th century in the top of a mountain isolated, but 99.99% of the cases MB is pronounced just as M. So that's why, guys, you don't say mountain climbing, it's mountain climbing, alright? Okay, so closing the parenthesis on pronunciation. So what is a limb? Guys, we have 4 limbs, hopefully. There are 2 arms and 2 legs. Those are the, parts that are attached to your bodies, right? I think there's an expression of danger of life or limb, that you can lose your life or your integrity. Okay, that's all nice, but I have to tell you guys that less commonly, but it's still possible, limb is a way to say branch, like a big branch of a tree. You have the log of the tree. From a previous video, we learned the root of the tree, and then you can have the limbs here. Now, literally speaking, when you are out on a limb, remember guys, branches get thinner and thinner as they get to the end, right? Okay, so if I am out on a limb, I'm right here. Okay, let me just make my beard here. Okay, so that's why it means to be in a dangerous position, right? Look, remember the guy from my second example, I think it's John or whatever? He had a job, so he was in a very safe position. And then he decided to open his own company. In a time like this, it's dangerous. So he started walking and going out on a limb, right? So let's imagine, being rich with his new company is the fruit here that is right there at the end of the limb, right? So he kept on walking, right? He may get the fruit, or the limb, the branch, may break and he'll fall, hit his head on the ground, lose his consciousness, and live like a vegetable in a hospital for the rest of his life. Okay, going to the other example, I look at the girl and say, I don't look at the girl, right? You look at the girl and say, I may be out on a limb here, but I think we like each other. It means that I may not have a lot of basis. I may not have a lot of, strong fact to point out. So I may be very far from the log, but I think we like each other.